Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love Fort Worth Season 9, 10 reunion part 1. Y'all, this reunion, it was a lot and then it wasn't. Like, it was a mess. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Before we do, if you're new here and you enjoy this type of content, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, like the video, watch it all the way through. And once you subscribe, check out my community tab. There's a lot going on, a lot of great things coming up, and I don't want you to miss this. So turn on your post notifications so you know when I upload content. Turn on the community tab so you'll know what's going on, when I'm collabing with others, all the things, okay? Now, let's really get into it. So, Tommy asked the cast how they felt about two separate mixers. Dominique said he did not like the fact that a woman got eliminated before he even got a chance to meet her. Well, y'all know how I feel if you've been here before. I don't think anyone should be getting eliminated at the mixers at all. I really wish they would take away eliminations altogether because it would take away the childlike numbers game that they like to play, the alliances and all that stuff. We would do away with that and we could actually focus on genuine connections if we don't have to worry about these constant eliminations. But if we're going to do them, we shouldn't do them at the mixers, especially when you have two separate mixers. It's not fair to the people who got eliminated. Like, for instance, and I'm going to move on. William was at the bottom of his mixer. He almost got eliminated. Then he ended up staying almost until the end, and he had all these connections all throughout, but all his connections were at the other mixer. So I agree with Dominique and what he was saying. So after that, we just jump right into it, honey. We get straight to Patrice and Alonzo. I said, okay, we ain't wasting no time. We ain't playing no games. Okay, let's go. So Alonzo, first of all, their body language, the way they was sitting on that couch with all that space in between, the tension was thick. Okay. The body language is telling. So Patrice said after they, walked across the bridge, they decided to be exclusive. He even gave her a key to his apartment. I said, that soon? I didn't think it was like that, but okay, go off. So 3 days later, she drove to his place and caught him with another woman. Who shall, Alonzo? Well, you're going to have to come to the front. We're going to have to talk about this, but okay. So he said he started over explaining and saying his car broke down. He had to get groceries. I guess, who was she supposed to be? His cousin? Like me said to Summer Walker, if you know, you know. Anywho, so he was like, that's just my friend, and nothing happened and all this stuff. So once he started rambling on, I said, it's giving lies. Okay, I got to call it like I said. I got to call it spade to spade. It was giving tall tales. Okay, so Patrice was like, not so fast. What he don't know is that I met up with the girl. I was like, ooh. And why doesn't he know that? Why didn't you tell him? I would have told him that right after I met up with her. So she said she found out that he and his so-called friend had the sexuals in May. And I don't know at what point they filmed this reunion, but she said, look, it was May during that time that we was filming the show, that May. And he was like, well, yeah, we did. And Tommy was like, now, wait a minute. Now, you said you didn't do nothing with her, but then we found out that y'all did the do and y'all was intimate in May. So what are you saying? Like, what? Because Alonzo was trying to make it seem like, oh, Patrice wanted me to get rid of my friends that I had before, and it's just innocent, harmless friendship. You slept with her. No, it's not. Everybody's like, I don't sleep with my friends. I don't know what you're talking about. Child, a mess. So then Patrice found out that there were 3 ladies. Like, it opened a Pandora's box. It opened. Now we know there's even more women that he was dealing with. I said, woo, child. So Tommy basically gave advice that Alonzo needs to stop giving out his key after, him explaining that that's just his friend who he never did nothing with, yet he did do something with. Don't make no damn sense, okay? So in the truth booth, or whatever they're calling it, child, Patrice said, look, it's over and done with. Ain't that much fun to be had in the world, okay? They're done. So then we get to the Lil Will's package. And he's still offended about the sleeping on the floor comment, and I really wish we would let it go, but let's talk about it anyway. He claims that he's financially stable. He has multiple homes. Then why was your main home an apartment? I don't know. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm trying to put the pieces together, make the puzzle fit, like help me to understand. Then it gets even more confusing for me. So we get further into it. Because Tommy over there trying to defend him, and I said, "Is Will his frat brother? Because why are you trying to defend him so hard?" Because he was like, "I was staging houses," and Tommy was like, "From what I know, when you stage homes, there's furniture in there." And that's what we all know. I think for the most part, we all know that anybody who's grown, looked for property or an apartment or a place to live, knows that when it's staged, the model apartment, the stage home, they have furniture in there. Yes. But what threw me off was Patrice was like, "Look, I did say that. I'm the one that came into the ladies' lounge and told them that he was sleeping around on the floor, not even an air mattress, just a cover in the floor. But he told me he had moved out of his apartment and all his stuff was in storage. So if all your things are in storage, you're not living in your apartment and you're sleeping in staged homes, no matter how you slice it, he's still homeless. I don't care you try to flip it, oh, the house was staged. You don't live there, though. That's not your house. You're trying to sell the house. And he's talking about anybody with an ounce of sense or whatever he said, a little bit of a brain, however he tried to phrase it. Shout out talking about, well, no, he's financially stable. And Mika was like, well, no, you will know that. And exactly, we don't know if you sold a house or nothing. We don't know nothing about you. And he was like, you can Google me, baby. And ain't nobody doing that. Like, I don't like it. Move around. Get away from me with this. Go away from me with this. So they start arguing. Will and Mika start arguing back and forth. He's talking about, you not my type either. She's like, you're a scammer. And he said, you a baby mama with 2 kids and your tubes tied. Like, and all that. And she still don't want you. All that. And she don't want you to still. So what? And then she was like, look, she was like, he said she had a BBL, her body's fake, and she said that chain is fake. And when I say that hit a sore spot for him, like that did it for him. Like he was appalled. He could not believe. And I said, dang, he more upset over the fake chain comment than she was over the fake body comment. I don't care what you say about the body. Her body looks great. Like her body is bodying, okay? And I ain't even trying, this is not me just going up for Mika just to go up for Mika, because y'all already know Mika tried to get me together the other week. It's just the facts. Her body looks great. She looks good. I mean, male, female, man, woman, cat, dog. Anybody can see that Mika's body looks great. She's a very beautiful woman. If you don't want a woman with 2 kids, that's fine. But there's no reason to have that big old fake chain on, like none at all. And I don't even care, because rich people, they be wearing fake jewelry and stuff all the time. It's just, he talks about having money so much. He's like, oh, my assets, do you have it readily available? Is it obtainable? You can just go to the bank and take the money out. Is it an assets? Because it take a while to liquidate assets. Me personally, I don't think he got $1 million at all on any level at any point anywhere. But that's just me. But anyway, I really wish that that comment about him having stuff in storage and moving out of his apartment was shown during the show. But he gave some fake apology, because Tommy tried to get Patrice to apologize to him. Because he's like, well, now that you know what stage means, and there's more to it than just sleeping on the floor, don't you want to give him an apology, because it gave a perception. Tommy, please, you're always on the side of wrong when it comes to the reunion. No, she doesn't need to apologize, because as I've already stated, it sounds like, in my opinion, allegedly, that he still was homeless either way. So no, he don't deserve no apology. But the other ladies chimed in. They said, look, sleeping on the floor wasn't a problem. We didn't like him anyway, before and after the floor comment. So it didn't much matter where he slept. So we didn't like him. Next thing you know, because they was like, oh, well, Alexis, you had a connection with him. Did she, or did she have an alliance with him? And that's where this numbers game nonsense comes into play, because it don't seem like they really have some chemistry like that. But Alexis, Mika, and Koshia start arguing, and I'm like, oh, Lord. So then Will comes around. He gives this fake apology. And he was like, even though I was offended as well, or I felt attacked also, or whatever he said, he tried to apologize. I don't want no half apology. Like, either you sorry or you not. But I too felt offended. No, keep it, save it. So then we get to Glen, the no-show. He arrives. Like I said, listen, you signed the contract and you have to show up to the reunion if nothing else. So he claims he was there, but he had anxiety, and this happened that day, and that happened that day, this, that, and that happened that day. Anyway, so then he said he claimed he came and he really did leave when a car turned around and we didn't see nobody in it. Okay. And he was like, look, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Okay, I heard that. I personally don't feel like Glen was ever in the vicinity. He wasn't there. I don't think he was ever supposed to be there. I think they always knew they was going to bring Justin in as a wild card. And in my opinion, I just feel like they did this to, have something to talk about, make something spunky and spontaneous happen at this mixer. I don't think he was ever supposed to be there. But he would have been, it seems like he may have been a better option for some of the ladies than the men that were available. So Tommy said, well, you know what, since you here, you going to go on speed date and you going to date everybody backstage. And I said, well, why? He had no, okay, fine. Okay. So he going to go around, see if there's anybody he's interested, since everyone there, aside from Mika, is single. But backstage, he talked to Alexis, and she's like, why didn't you come? Why did you leave? What made? And he was like, no, you too snippy. No, ma'am, no ham. No, thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice life. He got up so fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay. Now, I did see him connecting with Patricia, who got eliminated at her mixer, and that's what I'm saying. See, has she got a chance to see some of the other guys who were there, or if Glenn was there, she would have met him, whatever. She may have had a different outcome, but I digress. So we move on to Laylin, who self-eliminated. She said it was for her family. Girl, I'm glad your family is doing fine. I feel like they was fine all the time, and you just didn't like these men, but that's just what I think, and I'm just going to stand on it. I mean, that's just what I think, okay? So Chaz claimed that he was so upset because Laylin was his top connection. Child, who wasn't your top connection? Everybody was your top connection at some point. So he asked Laylin, like, well, you said you regret leaving the show early. Is there anybody you want to try to reconnect with? And she was like, no. Tommy, that's why she left. Why you put her on blast? Why you put her on the spot like that to make her have to say no? And Patrice was like, well, maybe you sure there's nobody backstage or on stage, since Alonzo said you was his connection and he tucked your hair behind your ear. Girl, she didn't want him. She is not one of the 3 women that you call him with. Please, Patrice, get a grip. She didn't want nobody there, and she still don't, period. She said she's dating, and it ain't none of them. Moving on. We get into Koshia and Alonzo and choked or spanked gay child. We had to go there. So he's still claiming that it was non-sexual. He's still telling a bold-faced lie. And if it wasn't sexual and it wasn't DV, what was it? Like, the answer he gave to try to excuse it made no sense. He was better off saying, like, you know what? I thought we was vibing. I thought I felt something. I thought we were in a space and a place where I could ask that. I read the room wrong, and I apologize. And then I think we just would have moved on. But no, he's trying to stand on business, sounding crazy. Okay. So in her confessional, Patrice said that she didn't even see a problem with what he said with his comment. Girl, Patrice, it's like, I like you, but some of the stuff you be doing is questionable. Like, what you mean? I didn't like it. I don't know. So because she was like, I have the right. He didn't make me feel comfortable. I felt like it was sexual, okay? I felt that way. So you're not going to try to turn around and try to diminish my feelings. I feel how I feel. Then she was like, I mean, LaRon knows the answer to that question. Chaz knows the answer. And I said, when was Chaz a connection to hers? Ooh, child. Chaz was everywhere. How did he have the time? But she was like, not him. I didn't like him. But listen, I don't care if she was doing all that flirtatious stuff with LaRon or whatever. She was not doing it with Alonzo. So it was inappropriate for him to ask her that. That's not how you try to get to know someone. It's inappropriate no matter how you try to slice it and dice it. Okay? And him trying to double down on it because he's like, well, so when you kiss somebody, then it can lead to, a hand like this. Like, no, it can't. No, what? I don't know you like that. Like, what are you talking about? Let's get to know each other. And once we get to know each other, then you can start asking me things like that if we're in that place. Until then, don't ask me no questions like that. But whatever. I think he tried to apologize again. I don't know. If you ain't really sorry, don't apologize, period. But whatever. We moved on. So the cast, minus Glen, is back on stage. And now they're playing Truth or Sexy once again. So they asked some little questions. Well, it wasn't nothing worth me, committing to my memory. Okay, shout out to the diva Erica. So anyway, one card read that it said William looks like Jeff. Wait, what's she saying? What did I write down? Well, she said William looked like Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us. I'm surprised you remember the giraffe, child, the name of the giraffe. Toys R Us been gone so long now. I think they're doing it online now. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so one of the cards read that William looks like Jeffrey the giraffe mixed with Forrest Gump, and he's so immature and whatever else. And come to find out, it was April. April, girl, that was kind of rude. That was a little. What was that about? Why did you go in like that? Like, even if they asked you your first impressions, like, why you go in like that? Like, that was kind of unnecessarily mean. Now, she says she doesn't feel that way about William now, and William claimed he isn't bothered, but I would be. I don't know. I probably wouldn't talk to you ever again, but that's just me. So the next card is about LaRon being a snake, and he says that it was Alexis. He accuses Alexis of saying it. And she was like, hold up, now how I get in there? So she was like, well, you know what? You the biggest snake out of the entire cast, period. I don't know. I think all of y'all, never mind. So next thing you know, they going back and forth. She said that he's a dork. He said she's wearing cubic zirconias and fake diamonds. And when I say these two have the worst reads, like if y'all gonna go back and forth like this, y'all need to go to the school of reads. Like, what is this? What is this? Y'all might as well throw some of your mama jokes. I don't know why y'all even say, you dork, you dweeb, you fat dork. Your chains are fake. Like, what? Like, it's just corny. Oh my gosh. Whack, cheesy, like cheesy Chaz, just tomatoes. Anyway, so they start getting loud, and the producers come out. They trying to break everything up. Y'all, I was like, but they was breaking it up. But I'm like, y'all don't think this man and this woman about to fight, do y'all? But then again, child, I don't know. And I guess they don't want no liabilities. Justin trying to shush her, make it like she not going to stop. Y'all need to stop her. And Alexis like, what you say? I heard you say something, girl. I will beat you up. And I don't know. I don't know who would win. I don't know if I would put my money on Alexis in that fight. I don't know. William, meanwhile, while that was going on, William told April that he was the one that made the comment. Whole time y'all arguing, and it was William who made the comment. But they didn't care because, LaRon and Alexis been had beef. And I think he had made a comment that Alexis was backstage whispering sweet nothings in his ear and flipping up her dress. I don't believe Alexis was flirting with LaRon at all. At all. At any, I don't know. Maybe she did whisper something to him. I don't think it was in a flirtatious way. But okay, that's just, I don't know. So Alexis, because next thing she done ran off backstage. She's screaming and hollering, Will trying to calm her down. And She was like, I spent a rack to come out here on what? I have no idea. Like, did you move out of Texas and you had to fly in, or what did you spend the rack on? I don't know. So then she threatens to leave and not come back. Will is just like, look, you know what? Let's just do a confessional or a truth booth or whatever it's called. And she's like, I don't want to do none of that. Like, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. And he was like, you want them to see the good side of you. Too late for that, child. We done been seeing the bad side of her during the season. And she's like, no. She's yelling, they're getting the worst of me. They're getting the worst of me. And she's slapping the camera. And I said, girl, what was you sipping on before you came out on here? What's going on? Where is this coming from? Why are you acting this way? Like, it's got to be a deep-rooted issue. Something happening at home you want to discuss? Like, what's really going on? Because it can't be over this. But I guess we're going to find out what happens next week, y'all. This is where the episode ends. Drop down in the comments. Let me know you stopped by. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.